be the one to go out and do it yourself. And that's the great thing with social media is no two accounts are ever going to look the exact same because something is always going to be done differently.
Yeah. No, that was amazing. And it's so, and the thing I really, really, I would use the word admire with your content and the way how you kind of are building your personal brand and everything. Is I was scrolling through your YouTube and I came across you like one you post about BMX, which is obviously your passion. You talk about mental health. I seen videos of that. I seen you talk about negotiations, which is something me being an entrepreneur, being in the business world, you rarely come across content like that. And to me, it was just phenomenal how, like you said, how sponsorships really can play a significant part, during your journey and everything like that. And I just think it's really, really cool to see what it is you're doing. For anyone who is on the fence of doing social media on top of maybe being a professional athlete, like what advice would you tell them if they're hesitant to should I start social media, should I not? Because there's so much like I'm gonna say I don't want to use the word drama, but some people kind of have a negative uh connotation behind it.
Yeah, I mean, and I think they're totally right for that because we get exposed to a lot of the negative social media and a lot of the negative influence of it all, like I feel like every time you log onto social media, you see something about some random, I guess, influencer you would call it, doing something that's shady. So I totally see how they don't want to get like locked into that. But I don't know. I think obviously use your judgment. I'm not here to convince you one way or another, but it can change your life if you put in the hours to it. And something that I've always said is I never want to be stuck in working a typical 9 to 5. And even past working a 9 to 5, I never want to be stuck working towards someone else's dream. If I can have my own dream just like they have their own dream, why would I go ahead and waste my time and sacrifice what I'm doing to try and appease them and get them to where they want to go? I have a plan. I know where I want to go, and I know that I have the tools to do that. Social media is at your fingertips. If you have a product that you want to market, you can put it on social media. It has the potential to blow up if you want to make it blow up. If you want to go ahead and maybe you want to be a TikToker, maybe you want to do these crazy dances. If you post 20 times a day, throughout the day, I guarantee you one of those posts is going to blow up. It's just cracking the algorithm, and people who don't want to spend the time to crack the algorithm or spend the time to do the research, they're on their own. That's on them. But you have the choice to change that. So don't let these people be in your ear saying, well, I tried social media for a month and it didn't do anything for me. There is so much that goes on behind the scenes. It'll take just a month to set up your account to even be ready to post sometimes, depending what it is that you're doing. If you're trying to hit a certain audience, if you're trying to target a specific demographic, whatever your goal is with your social media, those are all things behind the scenes that you have to lay out and figure out what you're doing. If you have a content plan, if you're going to be consistent, but at the end of the day, you have to be the one to decide that. Don't let any other factors be in your ear. And if you want to have that freedom and you want to have the ability to just create what you want to create, what makes you happy, and share your story and your life with people, you should be able to do that. And that doesn't mean that you have to put your entire life out there, like how a lot of people kind of advertise it as. It can be something as simple as just, oh no, this is what I'm doing today. And you don't have to show every single aspect of it. You can just incorporate your product in it because that's marketing. You can incorporate your message into it because that's marketing. You don't have to put everything out there though, just because you're starting a social media account. And I feel like that's something that has to kind of get told more and brought up more because people think that when they start doing social media, just they give up all of their privacy. And it shouldn't be like that ever.